Hey guys, what's going on everybody? Keep here, and welcome back to the sorry. Welcome to part 2 of What If Deku Was a Cyborg. Alright, so, hold on. Yeah, alright, let's get back into it. So, the police officer is on the phone and says, "Don't worry, Nezu. I'll bring him in. He'll come in shortly." Hangs up the phone. And then he yells, "Midoriya! Front and center!" Then Izuku teleports out of nowhere. Where it goes, "Yes, sir." "Sir, what seems to be the problem?" And the officer says, "Izuku, I told you I told you no teleporting through the hallways." Izuku said, "Sorry, sir." "Sir, but what's the problem?" The police officer then said, "I need you to go to the head office in UA. Principal Nezu will fill you in." Izuku was a little skeptical, but it was an order, so he did what he had to do. He teleported to Nezu's office. He teleported there, and then all of a sudden he saw himself with a bunch of the heroes. And President Mike was just shocked, like, what the like, whoa, how the heck did he get here? Principal Nezu said, "Lady heroes, this is Izuku Midoriya. All Might, you know him. All Might, you've met this kid before, am I correct?" And All Might, putting his head down in regret of what he did, just stayed silent. But Izuku stepped up and said, yes, Principal Nezu. We've met before. Though if you want to know about it, I prefer to keep that a secret." And Principal Nezu said, "That's fine. We need to get to the USJ as soon as possible. The students are being attacked by villains." And Izuku got confused and said, "Well, why do you need me? I'm sure you can handle it yourself." The principal then said, "I looked over your file. Your enhancements make you pretty powerful. Could give us the edge that we need." And Izuku nods his head. All Might was the first to head out, and shortly after, everyone else headed out too. All Might decided to bring Izuku with him to the USJ so he can figure out what happened to him all this time. Anyways, Shigaraki is about to disintegrate Froppy, but Aizawa uses his quirk on him. But the Nomu attacks him, and Shigaraki disintegrates Mineta. I would feel bad, but I mean, come on, it's Mineta. Anyways, All Might and Izuku show up. And Shigaraki is both glad to see that All Might is here, so he can show him what the Nomu is made of. But also weirded out that he brought a kid with him. Because right now he's thinking, is that All Might's son or something? And then Izuku said, All Might, that big monster over there. It has multiple quirks, including shock absorption and super regeneration. And All Might was surprised about this. But then Izuku said, you take on the other villains. Make sure they don't touch the students. I'll deal with this Nomu. I'll deal with this monster. Katie, let's do this. And Katie said, alright. Right. Activating instant kill. Izuku said, no, Katie, no. I've told you this 1,000 times. No instant kill. Katie then said, okay, deactivating instant kill. Izuku sighs and says, why do I even have that feature? And then runs off to the Nomu. Shigaraki laughed because he didn't think Izuku stood a chance against the Nomu. No. Izuku moved his right arm back as it started emitting black electricity. Izuku punched the Nomu. It got knocked back a little. Then Izuku ran up to it, grabbed the Nomu by the neck with his left arm, and pulled the Nomu's head right off his shoulders. Well, its shoulders. And Shigaraki's like, the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Shigaraki he starts running after Izuku like, you little freak. Shigaraki tries to disintegrate him, but Izuku dodges every attack. And then Izuku says, you should really watch carefully of what you should really watch what you would do. Bleh. You should really watch what you're doing. And then Izuku shot a laser out of his left eye. It didn't hurt Shigaraki, it just knocked him into the glass of the domes. He's very injured. But don't worry, he'll live. Then the pro heroes come. And Shigaraki and Kurogiri are like, alright, I'm heading out, peace. They leave. And sure enough, the heroes, after the whole incident with the reporters and other police officers. Well, before that, during the incidents with the police officers, Natsu went to the police officer that he spoke on the phone and said, this kid is incredible. And the police officer said that he is. And then Nezu said, we now have a vacancy in Class 1A. I was thinking, then the police officer said, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. Midoriya, front and center. Izuku then teleported. Did I know where it went? Yes, sir. What seems to be the problem? And the police officers said, me and Principal Netsu had the discussion earlier, and since there's been a vacancy made in his 1A class, we've decided to put you in UA. And Izuku, shocked, said, wait, what? And then Principal Netsu said, you have the potential to be a great hero. And Izuku said, logically speaking, this is gonna end badly in so many different ways you can't possibly think. And then Katie said, I could think of some ways. I could think of some ways that this could go out perfect for us. And Izuku said to Katie, "Your computer program lodged into my brain with the access to all other forms of technology." Gee, of course you know that. Izuku then sighed and said, "Alright. So what exactly do you have in mind?" Principal Nezu then explained to him that not only will he be a student in UA, but he will also help out the other people in Class 1A. And try to help them with their problems. Izuku said, "Well, my left eye is perfect for that, so alright, let's get to it." After the hospital incident, and class then started, and everyone was wondering what's gonna happen to Class 1A. Who's gonna be the new student? And what's gonna happen to Aizawa? Is there gonna be a new substitute? Then Aizawa comes in his mummy cosplay and goes, "Alrighty, everybody take a seat." As you know, Mineta unfortunately died. But anyways, we found a replacement for him. Everyone, please meet Izuku Midoriya. Izuku then walks into class. As Izuku says, "Hello, it's a pleasure meeting you." Then Aizawa, what the heck is I don't know. Aizawa says to the class, "Midoriya is not only going to be a student, but is also going to help you through help you trying to solve your guys' problems." And Izuku said that, "And just by looking at you guys, I can already pinpoint some of the bad apples that are gonna be a bit of a challenge on me. But I can manage." Aizawa then explained the principal made it so that every day for 19 days he will go to each of your guys' house and help you train on your quirks. But he won't get to all of you that quick, since there's a certain thing that's going to happen in 2 weeks. The UA Sports Festival. And that's where I'm going to leave it off right now. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, boom, star that like button across space. I swear, I never get tired of doing that. Anyway, See you in the next one, guys. Laters.